Man, that's easy vibes that I started off with today. Hello and good morning, everyone. Drinking rum and coke. Woof. I mean, totally wrong time of the day for me. Whew. I'm certain that you live on the other side of the planet, or at least I hope that's the case. Day drinking, you know. I'll stick with my coffee, which surprisingly the oat milk is working fairly well in. It gives it a nice different flavor, quite a pleasant different flavor. How are you doing, Doomsday and Cooler? The only two peoples that are present currently. Oh, we are back to copper mining. Back to copper mining. What are we looking at here? I need a lot more copper. Although I suppose I should probably start setting up a system to process all of it. God, my freaking my keybinds are all messed up now because I've been playing 7 Days to Die lately. Any of you who I put out a 7 Days to Die video? Yes, that's a thing. That is a thing. It is actually factually a thing. So I'll make a pair of these. And 1, 2. And I should probably get to processing out some of this stuff. You know what we'll do? We will process out all of this ore. Actually, you know what? The stairs need to come forward 1 block. I only drink alcohol in the afternoon, and William, I got my money back in taxes. Well, hey, congratulations to you. Nothing like getting that bag, you know? If only I had a clock to tell what time of day it is. I don't have a bed here. Ah, crap. I should probably fix that. I know where I am. I'll just head back on the road and grab some wool. Because it's been long enough. I think if I was to try and just do the nerd pole mining trick right now, I would end up getting knocked off by like a phantom. There we go, phantom. That's the word. I wish I could send you all the copper I have in my world. Well, you know, some things just aren't possible. I only drink alcohol in the afternoon. I have 2 double chests worth of copper blocks. That is a lot of copper. That is a lot of copper. Like, I'm curious how much copper I'm going to be finding whenever I start building places out in the middle of nowhere for the first time in, like, a really long time. I heard that you don't sleep in a coffin. No, I don't sleep in a coffin. I never have. I never will. Gugh. Greetings, Cortex. Agent Zeta. How are you all doing? Ugh, it's raining. Great, wonderful. Just what I wanted, just what I needed. So I don't think it was... Was it over here where I put the wool? I've got sheep here, so I can just shear them. I'd rather just grab it out of a chest, though. Coffins are cozy. Coffins are not cozy. Coffins are the antithesis of cozy. Freaking phantoms. Don't tell me that it was in here this entire time. Yep, sure enough, it was here this entire time. Man, I would like all of a sudden I'm like, man, I could having a green bed would be really nice. There is no green dye anywhere here. All green dye comes directly from what you call it? Cactus. So I'm stuck with a white bed. Look at me. This is boring. This is like wearing tighty whities. This isn't cool. It's not fun. It's not cool. It's not okay. Hello, Liska. How you doing? Ooh la la. Ooh, hey, Agent Zeta just resubscribed there. Is it? Oh no, Cooler gifted a sub to Agent Zeta. 153 gift subs so far. Man, that's a lot. Thank you so much for gifting that sub there, Cooler. And Zeta, I hope that you enjoy the subscription. It's good to know that I am collectively worth your time and your money. Meh, I'm alright. Kinda don't want to go back to work today, since the store closes an hour later and we have to stay later. Ugh, boo. That's not fun. I can hear the phantoms already. And this is the reason why I didn't just rush out and start, building, like, it's the reason I decided to not just immediately begin towering. And instead, I decided to go back and get myself a bed. Alright, so done. Go ahead and just take a nap. We all love getting money back in taxes. Yeah, that's not that's always a nice thing. Getting that cash money. All right, I just realized that I didn't put music on. Let's check the music folder, see if there's something that I haven't added to a playlist yet. Because I've got a lot of music sitting around that I don't know how much of it I've ever actually put into a playlist either. Okay, this is something I haven't done in a long time. Man. Shame that I never actually played this game. I've got it in my inventory in Steam, but, like, who the hell has time? Alright, here we go. I'm getting 234 US dollars back in taxes on the 12th next month. That's good. That's nice. At this rate, I'm going to fill a third double chest with copper blocks. Man, you've really got to figure out how to use those things. Oh my god, that's a parrot over there. I don't have any parrots anywhere in this. Like, I have not made a point of capturing and keeping parrots anywhere in the world. Just build a palace out of copper. That's pretty much the direction you have to take things in. Copper is so frequent of a thing to find. Is that it? Okay, that's it. We'll see how high can I get before I hit Am I gonna hit the world limit first? I'll probably hit the world limit before I run out of material. That's what my money's on anyway. This is an absurd... Oh, hey, look, is that Twin Towns over there? No, that's the sun. That's the moon. That's the moon. Okay. 55 more blocks. Am I gonna hit world limit or not? Come on, team. World limit. Where are you? Strife Solution Space Program. SSSP for short. Oh my god. I did. With 7 blocks left. Jeez. You gotta love how insanely tall the worlds are. Yep, yeah, you do. Like, I'm not complaining about it, that's for certain. There's nothing like the tower mine, man. Super satisfying, this. Is just sit here and hold the button down for ages. Hope that your pick is actually durable enough and with enough health on it. That it doesn't, like, break in the process. Could you imagine having your pick break while you're up here at this height? Just like, how the fuck do I get down? Oh, I'm certain it's happened to a lot of people. There we go. Now we can get to actually repairing some of my gear. So I'm curious, chat, how many of you watched the new YouTube video I put out? How much repair am I going to get on my other pick before I'm done here, I wonder? So last night, what I did... Imagine infinite building heights and depths. No thanks, I need the limits. They tell me when to stop. So what I ended up doing... I spent all of yesterday... Well, not all of yesterday, but a significant portion of last night playing 7 Days to Die. I think I actually got like a 6-hour session in on that game. I don't know how to stop playing 7 Days to Die, chat. I don't know if that should classify as a problem or not, but it's certainly a thing. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to... These stairs got to get extended out. So what I'm going to do... I'm gonna fix the ceiling here, because this is a good opportunity to do that. Am I overlighting this? Yes, I absolutely am. Am I concerned about that? No, not particularly. Alright, I gotta do a little bit of jiggery-pokery here. Son of a... Right. Every other. There we go. You know, it's a real shame that Torchlight ended up going... what was it? Was it Runic Games that made Torchlight? It's a shame that they ended up, you know, going under. I thought for certain that there was, like, some serious staying power with that studio. There we go. Okay, so with that done, I'm not even gonna toy around. I gotta extend these stairs out one each before I get the stairs in. I also need to rip all of this coal out, so... It would be remiss of me not to remove the coal vein that sits in front of me. It's an important step along the process. Oh, no. Fox. I'm utterly confused, Liskaday, what you mean by fox when you are redeeming a flirt. Would you be so kind as to give me a little bit more context, potentially, of what exactly you mean by that? What's Torchlight? Oh my God! Is it really up to that point where it's like people don't know what Torchlight is? Okay, well, Torchlight is it's a Diablo style game, and it was made by the original developers who left Blizzard and made their own company. So it's made by the same people who made Diablo, who originally made Diablo 2. I gotta go back up there with the rest of this stuff. Okay, so I can just go ahead and condense the rest of this. Get it out of my inventory. I don't have any additional cobblestone to fix this up. All right, I'll go mine out like one shaft or something and get some additional stone. Are there? Don't tell me that I actually mined the entirety of the shafts out here. Oh, I did. Oh, that's just peachy. That's fantastic. Oh, there's nothing wrong. Anyway, yeah, Torchlight is an action RPG, and you know, just pretty much hack and slash, top down. You know, go into a dungeon, kill a whole bunch of stuff, pick up the loot, sell the good stuff off at the vendor, and then continue about your merry way. You know, just keep doing that over and over. That is Torchlight. Pretty familiar. The thing is, the first Torchlight came out. I think it came out not too much long after Diablo 3 happened. It was either not long after Diablo 3 or just before it. It was one of those two. It was just before or just after. I cannot remember which. But the whole deal is that It basically didn't do anything new. It was essentially just, hey, here's all the mechanics that you remember from Diablo 2, and this is a fully 3D, you know, hack and slash action RPG, and I remember that there was an audience for it. Like, there was no multiplayer involved in the game either, which was like noteworthy because that's one of the things that caused Diablo 2 to be so successful back in the day. I don't know. I'm showing my age, basically. 2011 was the release date, 3/8. Yeah, yeah. And I'll never forget that that was the release date because, oh, wait a minute. That seems like the wrong time for it. Torchlight. No, October 2009. Wait, that's Torchlight 3? Wait a minute, which one? Well, yeah, 2009 would have been the first one. 2009. Jesus, was it that long ago? I didn't realize it was that long ago. October 2009. And the reason I remember this so well is because it was a game that I was interested in playing, but I didn't have the money for it at the time when it came out. So what I ended up doing was skipping over it, but I picked it up on the Steam sale. You know, as you do. So I picked it up on a Steam sale, and the next thing that I knew, I was snowed in for Christmas, because, you know, I picked it up on the Christmas sale. And I could not put that game down. Like, I remember that Christmas being really, really good because we were, like, I had a whole lot of time off work because everything was shut down. It was like 3 feet of snow outside. Where I live, we are not built to deal with 3 feet of snow. It was basically impossible to get anywhere for an entire week. So... Oh yeah, Xbox was 2011. It was published for OS X in 2010, and it finally made its way to Linux in 2012. Huh. Anyways, I have very, very fond memories of the game because it's because of the fact that I was snowed in and I had this game, you know, to play, and I knew that it was familiar to a different game that I had played, and like I was really looking forward to it, and it was just overall a really, really good Christmas that year, 2009 for me. It's hard not to feel good whenever, you know, that would have been only 3 years after I graduated as well. Not even a full 3. Well, no, yeah, it would have been a full 3 years at that point. 3.5 years roughly, because I graduated in May of 2006. So. That was my life experience. There we go. But yeah, it came out. I freaking loved it to absolute pieces. Played it consistently for a while. I'll never forget that my brother-in-law was over with my sister. Like, they got snowed in with us. They were just like, we're supposed to be over at your place for Christmas tomorrow, but we're just going to show up tonight and spend the night. And it was like, okay. That makes sense because it's looking like things are going to be a little bit hairy out there. And then wake up the next morning and it was like, oh, there's no place to like, you would have been snowed in over at your place. So that was the way that it worked out. And I remember him watching me play this game over the shoulder, you know. And unsurprisingly, like a week later or something, I find myself over at their place, and he's playing the game, you know, because he was a huge Diablo 2 player in college, so. Oh God, itchy nose. Sorry about that. That is an untoward thing to be showing, but you know, when you got a case of itchy nose, you got a case of itchy nose. So chat, how was your weekend, eh? Decent, I hope, at the very least. This is a lot of copper, man. Of course, this is exactly what I'm hoping for. Lots and lots of copper. I already know that I can basically get 3 full stacks before I hit world height. Got my first paycheck. Really? But Professor Futon... Wait, why are you going hue? Also, congrats. Getting paid is always fantastic. Doomsday just redeemed say S word. Your S word is stack. Because I'm getting, well, stacks with an S at the end. So like it's almost like a double S word. Like you get an S at the top and you get an S at the bottom. But yeah, your S word is stacks because I'm getting stacks, fat stacks of copper ore finally. It's taken me a while to get this far in. Weekend was okay. Been playing the new game plus of Spider-Man 2. That's nice. That's good. So what are we doing with the copper tower? Mainly, I need copper back at my back at Side Shale. Side Shale itself did not yield a single bit of copper during its during the dig of the quarry, and it specifically didn't because it's in an old world generation where long before copper ever existed in the world. God, look at all the... Whew. How'd you have the blocks, but not the raw copper? I do a lot of my mining with a silk touch pickaxe. That's how. Okay, so let's grab... What's weird is they barely released a New Game Plus for the game from what I believe to be last week. Wow. You telling me that Spider-Man 2 didn't... Spider-Man 2 released without a New Game Plus, essentially. Forgive me, I'm not very knowledgeable about Minecraft. Really? I'm very surprised because most people... Like, I feel like I've done... more Minecraft than I have any other game at this point. So like anyone who watches me to be like, I don't really know anything about Minecraft, kind of comes off as a surprise to me. It's not a bad thing, mind you. It's just I kind of expect that more people have seen my Minecraft stuff at this point than they've seen anything else that I've done. Then again, never underestimate the capability of YouTube's search to establish you as a Fallout guy, and that's what people constantly want to see from you, even whenever you've lost interest with the franchise. I enjoy your Minecraft videos, I just don't retain much knowledge of it. I see. I figure most people that have watched my Minecraft videos probably play the game as well. But then again, like there's an entire market out there for like, oh yeah, like I don't play that game, I just watch other people play that game. Oh, you little pissant. Alright, we got caves. I gotta take care of these caves. I'm down here, I may as well look through them. This old spaghetti generation. Oop. I mean, this'll help speed things up if nothing else. Hopefully, presumably. We got dripstone. Oh, this place must have been dug. This place must have been generated in the interim. Yeah, that's why I'm not finding stupid amounts of copper. Because they split the world update into two pieces. They introduced all of like the ores and the new blocks and whatnot in one update. You son of a bitch. They introduced all of the ores and whatnot in one update, and then they introduced the world generation in a separate update. And that is what makes all of the difference for how you're going to find stuff. If you generated a section of the world in the interim update, like it was here, you get very small pockets of the materials. You don't get these, like, enormous, fuck you, oh my god, there's so much copper, I don't know what to do with it all type of shit. So that's the reason why I'm having, you know, like, some hit and miss experience here. I play Minecraft really casually and never get very far. I see. Okay. Will, I'm very ill. I've got an ear infection and I'm basically deaf. I hate this. Get well soon. Get well soon, Chainsy. Something I noticed is that people people love building videos or where something big was discovered, like the Stronghold, Nether Fortress, or Bastion. Yes. Those large structures are always very, I mean, they satisfy a need for adventure in the game, you know? Is the animated torch a mod, or have I just never noticed it? Oh, the torches, torches are not animated in Minecraft by default. This isn't a mod, this is just a texture pack. Basically, any texture in Minecraft can be animated. It doesn't matter what texture it is. Like, you could animate grass to look like a conveyor belt if you wanted it to. And people have indeed done that. But, the images are animated, if you want them to be, and in this particular resource pack, the torch is an animated image. So, such an absurd amount of coal. Sorry for all the questions. I just don't have Minecraft on my PC. Where do you play it then? Are you a, feels like appropriate cave music? Well, a lot of the music that we're listening to right now is like dungeon delving music, so I guess it would stand to reason. You know, now that I think about it, having an entire mining operation out here doesn't really make a lot of sense whenever there's a place that's supposed to be specifically centered around copper. Ah, okay, this is the place. There is a location in this world that is brand new generation with lots of copper in it, and I should probably be working there if I like, because I'm not even looking for that much copper, just a little bit. I have bad eyes, so I play most of my games on Switch, 3DS, or other handheld consoles. Oh, you're playing it on the classic 3DS. You do know that Nintendo is marketing the 3DS as retro now, right? I'm so fucking old. Man, like, what made me realize that I'm getting that I'm starting to actually age seriously, and it's not like, oh hey, like I'm older now. It's just like, no, like the thing that makes me realize that I'm old is quote unquote old. I don't want to like lean into it too heavily, but it's when I think about something and I'm like, oh, that didn't come out very long ago. That was really recent, actually. And then I look at when it came out and I was like, oh, that was 10 years ago. Holy shit. Has it been that? Like, I just had that realization that Torchlight here is 15 years old. Torchlight is 15 years old. I'm listening to the music from the game. Technically, I'm listening to the music from the second game, but still. Like, I didn't realize it was that old. I still have my DSi. Man. I'm one of those people that does not get rid of their old consoles. I still have all of my old consoles. Oh, boy. You can tell if someone is old is if someone is old if they say texture pack. Chainsy. Never played it on 3DS, but it sounded like fun. I mean, man, when it comes to like, Minecraft is a unique game for the fact that you can go back in time and you can play such radically different versions of it. Specifically on console, because there was like 4J Studios is no more. They don't exist anymore. But they were responsible for bringing Minecraft to console players and trying to figure out how to build a version of Minecraft on console out of something that was never intended to run on console ever. The 3DS screen just seems a bit too small for Minecraft. Yeah, I feel you on that one. We, I know we have an SNES somewhere in this house. We still have games for it. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never heard of a Super Nintendo, or I mean an SNES. These are foreign words to me. Okay, I don't understand what you mean. You're speaking utter and complete alien to me. May as well be Greek. Oh, we. God, you're old. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't own an Atari. I swear, I don't own a literal Atari. Ooh la la. Ironstorm, thank you so very, very much for the subscription. Man, 38 months on a 38-month streak. Hey there, just checking in. How's your day going? My day is early right now. It's still early for me. Oh, here's a story for you. Bet you played Sega. Now, you see, I was the kid who had, like, back in the day, you had to make a choice, you know? You could only have one console. That's still the way, that's still how it is for a lot of kids. But, you know, it was Sega v Nintendo back when I was a kid. And I was the Nintendo kid. And what set me on that trajectory was specifically the fact that there was a kid down the street who didn't want his original Nintendo anymore. He didn't want it anymore, so he sold it to me and my two sisters for $100. Used NES. And we got, like, I think 2 or 3 games with it. That was my entry into video gaming. Much to the chagrin of my parents. They didn't want us to have video games. They did not like the video games. They thought that, like, they weren't good for us. You know, you spend too much time in front of the TV already. My dad hated it because we would monopolize the TV and he wouldn't be able to, you know, like, come home and just turn on the boob tube at the end of the day after, you know, doing whatever it was that he did at work. I think he did hard drive development back in those days. He was a tech worker. But, like, we had to pool all of our money, you know? And I think that we got our hands on the NES only whenever the Super Nintendo came out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so, like, this should be the end. Yep, sure enough, that's the end. Bingo. I'm old. I owned a Pong. Wait, Liska, are you saying that, like... Wait, was Pong an entire dedicated machine? I thought that Pong was only released on game carts for the Atari. Which version of the Atari, I do not remember. But... probably going to buy Elden Ring and DLC for the PS5 so I can play it on something other than my old Xbox One. Man, the Xbox as a medium is oh God, hang on. I think I got a cat clawing at the door. Have you come to say hi? Okay. Ratchet has determined that he belongs in my office, hanging out behind me. They rotted your brain playing. That's what was said to me. It's kind of the same story for me. There was a Pong only console. That simultaneously surprises and does not surprise me all at once, because I know that removable media was a really big important thing for the development of video games. Also, Liska, you redeemed Flirt earlier, and the only instruction that you had was Fox. Could you give me a little bit more direction than that? I don't know how to interpret just the straight up word Fox. Before I was given the Pong, my friend had an Atari. Man. Ratchet? Yeah, Ratchet is he's chilling. He's chilling just behind me. And those potatoes. Nugget Overlord the True King. Are those potatoes? God. Is Tev not home? Tev is home, but we've had to close up the bedroom in the middle of the night because Harker has all of the energy and he will bounce off of the bed. And he's also so much more eager that he's like, oh my god, did your toe twitch in the middle of the night? I must bite and claw it now. So... that boy ain't got no chill. Redeemed Flirt. Compliment me based on the quality of my Twitter shitposts. Make something up. I'm like... the bizarre ways that you guys are choosing to redeem this feature that I've given you. Good time zone. Strife, what is the S word of the day? God, you guys are redeeming stuff all together and at once right now. Your S word is sleepy, because I'm a bit sleepy after the change to daylight savings time, and Zout, for some reason, your redemption is not marked with your name here, Futon. I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank, Futon. I am drawing an utter blank at the moment. You will have to be patient with me. You gave me something awfully specific, and I cannot think of a punchline at the moment. I am not exactly a super sharp comedian or anything. I'm not a comedian in the first place, so... Farm them? Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, Nugget. I absolutely farm lots of potatoes. I'm just not anywhere near where I actually do the farming, so... Either that or act like you're turning into a werewolf mid-pickup line. Not sure I can explain what I was thinking. Go with whatever feels right. Remember, I'm trans femme. Oh, okay, cool. Forgive me for either not knowing or probably not remembering, because God knows I cannot fit many thoughts in this old brain pan of mine. All right, I'm gonna pause that because the music is actually getting in the way of my ability to think. Oh my God. For some reason, I just looked down, and one of the first things I do in the day is I open up Steam to let any updates apply to the games that I have downloaded. And what I see, and I usually just leave it at the front of the store. And what I saw just now is the fact that they have the Dying Light Definitive Edition on sale for $10. Oh my God, that's such a good deal. Not gonna lie, like I've been thinking about the original Dying Light again, mostly because I think that it's I don't think I've played a better zombie game in my life. And I know that that's a tall statement to make, but man, Dying Light. Whoa. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've played that game through to completion so many times. And man, every single time I pick it up, I'm like, should I be playing this again? And I still go through it. Most of Strife's thoughts revolve around capitalism and wall pants. You know, there was a bunch of activity the last time that I streamed on Saturday night. Man, I was getting a bunch of recommendations. Like someone was tearing up my recommendations for the Throne wish list, to add so many things, and I need to find the time to add those, to sort through those suggestions and figure out, like, okay, well, this one is good, this one over here, this is a good idea, but it needs a little bit of adjustment, etc. So, and you're not entirely wrong there, Cortex. Greetings, Ignis. How you doing? Ugh. Itchy eyes. Also, I'm hungry. I had my breakfast, but I'm still hungry. Probably because I didn't eat enough yesterday. Saturday stream was great. Oh, hello, Luna. And I'll be adding more later. Don't forget that. Okay. Yes, you were the one doing it. Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. Okay, Liska. I think I got something. Is that fur you're wearing, or are you just all natural? Maybe not the best. Maybe not the best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That does not need to be there. Woohoo. There we go. Doing good even though it's Monday. My favorite zombie game is Skyrim since 90% of the dungeons are Draugr spawning cesspits. God. Yes, Tev told me how Throne works, and I am very happy. God. Because then I can add more nice things for you to wear in your picks. God. You're leaning into it. Yes, we are. We're sitting at 45 out of 100 for the next pick to be released. For anybody who has any amount of interest. You get a chance to finish editing the next pick in line? I mean, technically, no. Here's the thing: the next pick in the line is it's good. I just haven't cropped it and saved it to the right as the right type of file. That's all that's yet to be done. All right, I'm gonna head back and check on those furnaces because that's like kind of important. Oh boy. Okay, so more blocks, more blocks. The fact that there's no sort buttons on chests in this game just baffles me. I don't know why you don't just make hoppers and automate the process. I should. I should. In fact, I've got the stuff here. I may as well just do it now. It's mostly because God, I gotta go out and find more freaking wood. Someone needs to animate Idris Elba coughing because of hot wings, but it's a werewolf in Skyrim choking on Draugr flesh. Jeez. Oh, there's a lot of you guys out here. Have fun with that. On Friday, I found out that raw copper blocks spawn naturally in locations. Yes, yes. If you find a significant enough vein of copper, there is a chance to just find straight up raw copper in the middle of it. It's not particularly common, but it does happen. Aw, Will can't find wood. Maybe call Tev. God. Iron does too? Yes, yes, Iron can do it as well. That's pretty much exclusively within like the super mega iron veins that are out there. Of course, there are also super mega what you call it? Copper veins as well. I just want to try to get as many saplings out of these leaf blocks as I possibly can, because I want to like try to farm these things right outside of the cave. Just the one? Give me a break, man. Okay, I got 3 now. That's pretty good. That's not bad. I'll just wait for the rest of these to despawn. Got a doctor's appointment. Be back later. All right, Liska. I am so sorry for. Oh no, wait. I did give you a flirt. Best of luck at your doctor's appointment. I find both constantly when I'm mining. Really? I guess it really does come down to how much mining you do in like new world generation, because again, most of the world generation on this server is pretty old. Um and I don't like just start playing, like I don't just go out to a new location willy-nilly. I will specifically only go out to a new location on this server if there's good reason. If I have a plan. If I have a plan for a new project, basically. So, are you excited for Dragon's Dogma 2? Nope, not at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that there. I tried to play the first Dragon's Dogma ages ago, and I really do mean ages ago, but it did not it didn't really grip me, you know? Like I could see that there was a lot going on, and that it was a lot. I did have fun with it, but at the same time, it I found myself having a very difficult time getting into it because of some of the mechanics of the game. So I was ultimately, pushed to a position of like, oh, this, it's not really for me. I'll just, put that to the side and not really worry about it. Like that is ultimately what I ended up doing. Okay, so with that done. Okay. This will have to do for the moment. I'll go ahead and set up the auto system once these are all done processing. I swear they nerfed the sapling drop rates at some point. I know sometimes tree farms can take forever to get going. Yeah, they can take forever to get going. Like they will just linger and they will slog. But sometimes it works really well. I know that sapling drop rates were kind of hit and miss with what you call it. Sapling drop rates were always hit and miss when it came to spruce saplings. There we go. Spruce saplings, they could turn out really good, and they could also turn out really bad. And then they introduced the big spruce trees, and that's basically that is the most reliable way. I know that statistically speaking, the spruce trees would drop on average. They would even out. You know, sometimes you would get really, really low, sometimes you would get really, really high, and on average, you would end up getting an even drop rate for just over replacement. Dark oak, sometimes you won't get enough to make another tree. Sometimes, yes, yes. Like dark oak is one of the more challenging ones. You have to be very careful to make certain that you get maximum leaf coverage from every single tree, to hope to get the maximum number of sapling drops. I know that spruce, if you're not using the big trees, on average will even out, but it's possible to end up with too few. I know that jungle trees, you will pretty much always not get enough jungle saplings. If you just go with the small ones, you have to plant the really, really big ones. So wonder if the sapling rate shifted when they added sticks. I don't know. That's a good question. That's also a very reasonable question. I always clear the leaves before cutting the wood personally, but I have no idea if that affects sapling drop rates. One of the long-term like myths that has existed in Minecraft is, oh, you know, like you have to let the leaves naturally despawn, otherwise you won't get stuff back. And that is an outright myth. That's not true. You can punch the leaves away with anything, as long as you're not like cutting the leaves so that they so they drop. Yeah, as long as you're not cutting the leaves so that they drop as blocks. So long as you're not doing that, it doesn't matter how how the leaves go and get destroyed or despawn or anything. What matters is that they just what matters is that they are destroyed or they despawn. You get the same drop rate no matter what. So I've played this game so long it all blurs together at some point, including years of modded. Yeah. Like I was having the same problem, and I'll never forget the argument that I was making to people whenever members of the Yogscast. I was like, no, you should still play vanilla, and they were always like, what's the point? It's not good. Most people want to see the modded anyway. And I said, and my statement was always, whatever changes in vanilla carries over to a modded version of Minecraft no matter what. Okay? Mods pretty much never remove the mechanics of the base game. Like those base mechanics are like the foundation on which pretty much all mods are built. So there's a really, really good reason to learn how to use those mods. All right, for the time being, I'm going to have to just stick with using one side of this system because I don't have enough wood to make the remaining. Well, I suppose I do technically have enough wood to make the remaining. Yeah, I do have enough wood. Okay. For a minute there, I thought I'm frazzled. I'm harebrained right now. Okay. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I'm just going to use blocks of coal. That's what makes the most sense. Okay, so we will turn all of this back into normal copper. Put that up. So each of these smelts 80. Yeah, each of these smelts 80. So, if I'm remembering correctly anyway. Hopefully I am. So 64 times 5 divided by 80. So 4. I should be able to smelt up everything here with 4 blocks of coal each. Because like the math behind a block of coal is that, you know, each individual piece of coal will smelt 8 units, you know? So naturally, if you put 9 into a block, that should be 9 times 8. Well, it turns out a block of coal smelts the same as if you had 10 individual pieces of coal. So it's more efficient to mass smelt with a block of coal. It does blur, especially when someone blows up a server with a space rocket inside a Jaffa factory. I haven't been on many servers, mostly worlds at home with family and friends. Also, that sounds very specific. Damn it, mobile. That's at you, Zeta. Build a house on a server. Next day, the server got a sacred tree. It destroyed the realm. Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, those fucking sacred trees. They would just destroy. I remember the stories. I never actually had to deal with it personally, but I do remember the stories from way back in the day. Okay, futon. Futon. Are you a troll? Or is that an enormous dick in your loincloth? Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't very good. I know it wasn't very good. It took me forever to actually, like, half concoct something to hit to deliver on that flirt. But hey, I've done my side of the my side of the deal. I never said that any of the flirts would be very good. You seem a bit off today when it comes to flirts. Did I take all your good ones out of you on Saturday? God. Maybe? There's also the very real possibility that, there's also the very real possibility that flirts are, like... I've got a certain brand of flirt, and the minute that somebody asks me to go outside of that, like, very narrow concept of what a flirt is, I got nothing. I got nothing. And people are getting increasingly creative with the way that they want me to, you know, fulfill a flirt. And I'm just like, hey, listen, I have my specialties, all right? And you're giving me constraints that are, like, outside of my bounds of expertise. So... The with a spaceship line, is there a story there? Oh yeah, there is absolutely a story there. I was around whenever it happened. In fact, I think I managed to drop a comment when they were doing the filming and the explosions happened and they all died. But it did not get edited into the episode because, like, I said it late enough that they were able to, like, not have it. I said it late enough for the commentary to not, like, happen. So this is why I said you need to have an innuendo as a redeemable. Might help a bit. I want to agree, but at the same time, I know that if I do innuendos, I'll probably have the exact same problem because people will come through and be like, no, do it in this direction. And I'm like, oh God, this is, I don't know anything about that direction. This is going to be so awkward. It's not so much the fact that, like, people are asking me to flirt. It's more along the lines that the minute that the flirt is supposed to go in a specific direction, I realize how limited my life experience is. No, it did on their death screens. What was the line? I think I said something to the effect of another great job by the boys at Honeydew Inc. I think that's what I said. Another fantastic success by the boys at Honeydew Inc. Ah, I was amazingly close given how long it's been since I made that statement. It was a very throwaway thing to say. Oh, man. Oh, this was during your Yogscast years. I came in during your time in Stardew Valley and Minecraft stuff after that. I need to find some time to go through your works one day. I mean, at your leisure, you know. I've got a backlog there that may or may not be worth watching, you know. Honestly, Stardew Valley was like the beginning of a turning point for me and like the content that I do on YouTube and whatnot. Because when I did Stardew Valley, that came out at about the same time that Fallout 4 came out. It was like, they weren't obviously the same release day, but they came out in very close relation to one another. And Stardew Valley was a game that I, like, it was something that I was very interested in for a long time before it came out. And you know, I got lucky. I managed to get a copy of the game for free, and I was playing it for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days before its release, and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna fucking explode. I can tell this is a special game, you know? And I had been following its development, and I was keenly interested in it because I felt very strongly that it was a special game. But what happened was I had to tear myself away from the game. I had to start over. Because I was like, no, like I can't just sit here and play this game on my own. I need to make content out of this. So I had to stop playing, start over, start recording, and editing those videos together and everything. And then the series was pretty successful, you know? Like it did fairly well. And I got in trouble for that. Because a bunch of people who subscribed to me were very upset that I did not do Fallout content. Like they were like super it's like, no, well, like I'm here for Fallout content. Why aren't you doing Fallout content? I got a lot of angry comments about how I was playing a stupid farming game instead of playing like the glorious Fallout 4 instead. And, you know, to this day, I still get occasional comments from people who are like, "Hey, like, are you ever going to do anything with Fallout 4?" And the funny thing is, every time I get those comments, I have to go back. Like, my response is always the same. It's like, I did do Fallout content. Nobody watched it. And it was the truth. It's like people were looking, they were like, "Where are your guides? Where's all this other stuff?" I put like, I don't know, 4 guides out for the game, and nobody watched. Like it was numbers that didn't justify the effort that I was putting in, you know? So, did you notice your sub count? Oh my, look at that. It's getting all saucy up in here. 69 subscribers, oh my. So like, yeah, people like I still get comments like that. It's like, "Hey, like whatever happened to like you doing Fallout stuff?" And it's like, well, let me illuminate something for you, which is the fact that yes, I did do content, not as much as you probably wish I would have, but you know. Oh, I didn't know. Maybe people have more than one game franchise. Content creators are people too. Yeah, but like I very much so understand what it means to be kind of pigeonholed, as it were. Backed into a corner, or typecast is another way to put it. I am not jiving this music anymore. It has gotten just freaking weird. I need to take a bit of a break here, Chad. I need to take a bit of a break to get more coffee. But what was it? What was I saying? Being typecast breeds burnout. Yeah. It's like there are creators who like they only play one game ever, and it's like, I'm so sick of this game, but nobody cares if I play a different type of game. I know that the guy who came up with the Simpsons franchise, he's talked about having the same issue in his life, where it's like, no, people just want to see more stuff that's basically the Simpsons, but with a different skin or something on it. And he hates it. He hates it absolutely. And he also was talking about how he's gotten to a point in his life where like, well, it makes money and people don't want to see anything else from me. As a comparative example, within the first day when I made a video about Starfield after its release, where it was like I made a video specifically about, oh, look, Bethesda is responding to negative reviews on Steam. And I made a video about just that. Nothing else. Didn't really go super deep on the game. And like, I'm not a particularly active YouTuber anymore, you know? And that video still made an easy 1,000 views within the first, 12 hours or whatever. I put out a arguably much more difficult to put together video. I arguably put out a much, well, no, it's not arguably, like my most recent video about 7 Days to Die and the Empty World Challenge, which if you haven't watched it, by the way, go ahead and give it a shot. I went out on Saturday. That thing, whole weekend's gone by, like 700 views. And it's like, I don't expect huge blockbuster numbers anymore because I'm not on the content wheel. I'm not on the grind. Like, oh, I have to put out something out every single week on time, no questions. If you don't do that on YouTube, you suffer for it. And I understand that. But, that it's representative of what people expect out of me. It's like, if they see me in their sub box and it's related to a Bethesda game, they're going to click. Like, there's just a significantly higher chance of people clicking on the video. And Yeah. Just, yeah. Oh, we. Oh, God. Oh. Okay, chat. Listen. I am going to play some music for you here, and I don't even know what most of this music is. I just remember that like I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff and I put it on my desktop, and I still haven't moved it to where it belongs. I don't know what I'm playing for you, but I hope you enjoy the music. Oop, I have returned. I still wonder how Direwolf 20 is doing it all these years. I wonder myself about some of the creators out there as well, how on earth they can still be doing the exact same thing that they did ages ago. Like, some stuff, it makes utter and complete sense that it's like, oh no, you can totally do it. You know, you can do this for long term, but it's because there's more creative freedom in what you're doing. Like for instance, MatPat and game theory and all that stuff. It's like, no, there's room to wiggle. You know, you can do a whole bunch of different stuff there. You are not constrained to just one game. Meanwhile, like you get the likes of Markiplier, man. Now, wish I understood how the hell he's capable of doing what he does and being as successful as he is at it. I got myself a slice of pie. I heard there's a trick to getting at least more active users to your page. What's the trick that you heard? Oh, you know what I should probably do? I wanted to change music because that last playlist wasn't really doing it for me anymore. So let's go looking, yeah? Ooh, hey, this looks good. I haven't done this in a while. All right. From what I can tell, Markiplier is big because he screams at the camera so much, I guess, and maybe just doing long-time viewers. Who knows? Hello, Story Girl. How you doing? Oh, almost through 2 entire blocks of copper or coal. Cool. We'll just hop back down into the depths. The trick I heard was you post shorts, but you don't click the part about notifying subscribers or something like that. It then puts your shorts on the page on the pages of people who are just active on YouTube at that time. Ooh. My God, that cat. Jeez. If you want to be in here, that's fine, but you just stop clawing at the door. Very tired. It's finally below 85 degrees at 4 a.m. Jeez! You're dealing with some nasty, nasty temperatures there. This just in. Eating pie with a spoon is awkward. $85 at this time of year? Quickly converts to Celsius to know how hot it is. Yeah, been over 100 degrees for 3 days. And I don't know, autumn heat wave hotter than summer, as is often the case here. God, yeah, that's brutal. Because using a spoon on a super soft pie crust like lemon meringue or a chocolate silk should be pretty easy. Well, this is an apple pie that I'm eating. Thing is, like, all of the forks are dirty and the dishwasher's running right now, so... Well, that would be why. Still, it's good to hear you're getting yourself a little treat during the stream. I do love a little treat. Makes my leg wiggle and my tail wag. unearthly idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can hear dolphins not too far away from where I am. If it's not dolphins, then it's got to be like parrots or something. Great, now I just pictured Werewolf Strife from Skyrim in cute puppy dog mode. Well, part of what's going through my mind is the fact that I'm playing the soundtrack for well, I'm playing an orchestral reimagination, there we go, of the soundtrack for Twilight Princess, you know, the Zelda game where you turn into a wolf. Are you back on the railway repetitive Zen arc? Kind of. Like, I was trying to figure out how to design another station along the rail line, and it became clear through the aid of chat that it was like, no, you should really stylize this particular station with copper, but I didn't have any copper, and because of the age of the world, I have to go out of my way to find copper. Which station is getting the copper treatment again? The one at Side Shale with the enormous warehouse. People were making a point that it's like, hey, you know, a big part of that warehouse is that it has a copper roof. Why not just mirror that? Use that as the, you know, stylization for the station down below. So, it sounds pretty good to me. And you just let chat bullying you into mining copper just for a train station? Well, I do actually need additional copper, like not having the supply of the stuff, especially given how it's a good building supply. Also, chat bullies me all the time. Like I've given chat the ability to bully me in all sorts of ways. Like, I have literally set up a scenario where someone can make me wear a dress if they pay me, or they can get me to put my underwear up on the wall, okay? And enough of chat seems to enjoy utilizing that capacity. It's not that it happens every time, but enough of chat does it frequently enough. Afrikaner? What the hell is that? Dutch South African. All right, that is a new one to me. Well, that crust is good. Pretoria, Transvaal, Johannesburg. Hey there, Strife. Mining hard or hardly mining? I'm working to get my little prick up. All right, chat. Did you watch Lethal Weapon 2? The baddies in that. Hate to break it to you, but I don't think I've ever seen any Lethal Weapon movies. Okay. Give me a moment. I'm just going to mute you guys because I don't know what the hell I'm about to listen to. Okay. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, you could hear the microphone. You could hear the microphone. You couldn't hear the desktop. I was specifically muting the audio from the video because I didn't know what the hell I was bringing up. this is this is such yeah, that is an accent. That is an interesting accent. Afrikaneer. He's so young, gives Will indulgent head pats. For the record, Eli, I don't speak the language, but I've worked with a few Afrikaneers and picked up the accent. Well then, this is just fascinating to me. Okay, absolutely fascinating. Um, it's a deep cut, but I wanted to offer Eli value for their channel points. Afrikaans. Okay, I'm mispronouncing it. It would appear. Uh, that is such a strange act because it's oddly British. Okay, it's oddly British, but the way that they roll, I am not used to anything out of Europe, anything Europe influenced, having heavily. Um, I'm not used to anything from Europe having heavy rolls on the R. Okay, Spanish being the exception to that, and more so because Castilian and Mexican Spanish are quite different. Um, Uh, but my experience with rolling R's is basically no. You do that in Spanish, specifically the Spanish that comes from Central America or Mexico, and there's not really any other languages that I've run into that do that. And yet here, this particular dialect of English is like no, like you're rolling your R. Well, I suppose if you really leaned in heavy on a Scottish accent, you would roll your R's. Just start talking in mid-Atlantic accent like the 1930s Hollywood actor. God. Hello, Trash Can Twitch. Ugh, I was gifted a sub. I wanted to say thanks to Lux. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wind this video back because I think it's okay for me to play the audio for this.
Theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, pajamas, coat, naturally, aluminium, give, tumbler, cracker jack, doorknob, envelope, GPOYU. GPOY. GPOY. Um, Toilet paper on a house. We don't really do that, but I watched American movies and they normally call it TP. Bubbly carbonated drink, we call it a cool drink. Gym shoes, we call it tackies or trainers. Um, Grandparents, oma, opa, or grandma, grandpa. Uh, it's a trolley. It's a contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket. It's a trolley. What's the thing you change the TV channel with? It's a TV remote or remote. Um, Choose a book and read a passage from it.
Okay. And he kind of like stalls out there because he doesn't have a book around him. Oh man. Oh God. Strongly clipped R sounds. Sounds tend to get aw sounds. That is so distinct, and it has a beautiful roundness to it. As best as I can describe it. This is not easy. There is a certain amount of... It's odd how much of it is enunciated, and yet there is... Some words are really slurred. You really stretch it. It's strange because some words you really put a hard point on it, and other parts you slur the sound. Short rolls on the R's. This is not easy. All right, well, I am giving it my best shot, and we will see how hard it is for me to it's the short roll R's that's really giving me the hard. Oh, it's so difficult. Something that fits into the whole reason why I do this is because of the fact that I had to learn how to drop the accent that came from my family whenever I was growing up, because my family is from the northern United States, and I naturally picked it up whenever I was young, but we ended up moving to the south, and that's what no end to the teasing. And I was young enough that I was capable to, pick up on the fact that I shouldn't be doing. Don't know how well. I feel like I'm losing it. My sisters got a lot of trouble for all of the accent that I had. So I learned early to learn how to not have the accent. How am I doing right now? I feel like I've entirely lost it, and I've just moved over into a strange accent that is not entirely accurate. In fact, I think wholly inaccurate is the right way to phrase it. It is a strange one. But I had to learn how to not have an accent despite living with a family that has a heavy, well, not heavy, not so much anymore anyway, Minnesotan accent. That's my challenge. So as a child, I had to learn how to do the how to not sound like I came from a Canadian border, if you will. So that was a learning experience. Some words I don't really know how exactly to stress them. as a result, like I have naturally during the course of my life developed the capability to like really control my accent, which is lucky because not everybody in my family has the capability to roll their R's. That's just not really. You wobble a little into Scottish every once in a while. Yeah. That's one that I've got a whole lot of experience in. I've been told in the past that I have a really good I do more than at least a half decent Scottish accent has been told to me in the past. I've never been told that by a Scottish person. I've only been told that by English people. So, let that speak for what it is. Fun fact, ADHD people tend to be very good at accents. Really? That's interesting. It's probably because how much thought you have to put in to each and every single word. So, listen to the words again. It might help. Maybe. I don't think that I want to listen to it again. Mirroring, yes. I had to do that a lot whenever I was young, and one of the accents that has never been redeemed for me is Southern. I've never been told to do a Southern accent. Gone full Scottish now? No, that's not the case. Fine, I'll listen to this again.
I'm from Sasolburg in the Free State in South Africa. I need to pronounce a couple of words. Aunt, roof, root, theater, iron, salmon, caramel, fire, water, New Orleans, pecan, both, again, probably, Alabama, lawyer, coupon, mayonnaise, pajamas, coat, naturally, aluminium, give, tumbler, cracker jack, doorknob, envelope, GPOYU, GPOY. Toilet paper on a house, we don't really do that, but I watch the American movies and they normally call it TP. Bubbly carbonated drink, we call it a cool drink. Gym shoes, we call it tackies or trainers. Grandparents, oma, opa or grandma, grandpa. It's a trolley. It's a contraption in which you carry groceries at the supermarket. It's a trolley. What's the thing you change the TV channel with? It's a TV remote or remote. Choose a book and read a passage from it.
Who is that talking? Just some fella that I've found a video of. He was the first result whenever I was trying to figure out how to do the proper accent that was requested of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, I might need to change that. Trolley? That's such a strange one. ADHD is top tier mirroring. Wonder why that is. What is it about mirroring that lends itself to ADHD? For a second, I thought we were prank calling a scammer. No, it's that's not the case. Accents are very accents are very strange, and trying to get them down is not easy. I feel like I might be lapsing into a strange version of an Indian accent, but I don't actually know what a real Indian accent sounds like, because I don't really I've never met an Indian person before, Indian from India anyway. Some Native Americans really prefer to have their to be referred to as Indians, which is I can't judge or anything. It's just a mystifying thing to me, you know. Not my culture, not my choice. Wait, did this entirely finish? No, I didn't. It did not finish. Oops. All right. We are looking at. Okay, there's more than enough. 64 divided times 6. All right. Oh, okay. That's 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes of very like I'm trying. I'm trying, man. But there you go. You got it. You got 10 minutes of whatever that was. Hello, Songpon. How you doing? Greetings to you and welcome to the stream. Enjoy yourself while you're here. Okay, so it was 64 times 6 divided by 80. Yeah, so just 4 blocks is more than enough. Go ahead and just let that chug away. Alright, get that music going again. It's part of the mirroring that we do. ADHD are top tier mirroring. ADHD strive to fit into groups because they find themselves annoying if they can't find their place within said group. At least from my experience, that is. That... That makes a lot of sense to me. I get that statement and I get the sentiment. Did I upset or break you? No. No. Here's the deal. If I have ADHD in any capacity, then it has gone undiagnosed. It's just one of those things where it's like, oh, wait a minute, does this does actually make a certain amount of sense to me. I don't know. I personally don't think that I have anything. And even if I do, I don't know whether or not anything that... I don't think I could do anything about it, you know? The music you made on top of that face made it fit very well. Yeah, that was I kind of realized what was happening. That's why I hit the button the way that I did. But I don't know. Like, I could have ADHD. I'd be surprised if I do, though, specifically because that was like the go-to thing that kids got diagnosed with whenever I was in school. You know? It was like, oh, you gotta check your kids for ADHD. It'll ruin their schooling, you know? They'll never be able to become a doctor if you don't get it diagnosed. You know, like that type of attitude, old-timey stuff. But I remember a lot of kids around me got ADHD diagnosis. I think I was tested for it multiple times over in school. Same thing goes for dyslexia. And, you know, like, I never had any sort of, you know, problem with focusing and whatnot. Pretty certain that that's as far back as I need to go. It's driven by rejection-sensitive dysphoria, which is one of the pillars of ADHD. We have, okay, maybe when I'm not mining, I can read. It's driven by rejection-sensitive dysphoria, which is one of the pillars of ADHD. We hate dealing with rejection, so we unconsciously develop strategies for fitting in. Wow, here I thought that I just... Man. Here I thought I just, really... I just avoid people because I hate being rejected so much. Might explain why I took getting dumped last time so poorly. Certainly didn't help that whenever I was dumped, I got the most trite line ever. It's not you, it's me. So... Oh, God. Ugh. Pretty certain I got that right. How am I not surprised that RSD is part of it? Makes more sense for me then. Mirroring is a big one. ADHD isn't just about being hyper and hyper-focused and the like. RSD is mirroring, and mirroring as a masking strategy often show up with people on the autism spectrum too. As much as anything else, though, ADHD is an executive function executive function disorder. Yes, yes it is. It is so very much an executive function disorder. Do I have this count right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, that's 4 of them. So assuming that I haven't screwed anything up. Go ahead and slap these bad boys down. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those situations where... I mean, it wasn't even... Like, whenever they were testing us for stuff like that as a kid... like... The fuck is this shit? The fuck is this shit? It's right in the middle of where my freaking mine is! What is this bullshit? Well, that explains the dolphin sounds you heard of before. Speaking of executive dysfunctioning, I'm struggling to get up today. No, that's not executive dysfunctioning. Dysfunctioning? That's not executive dysfunction. That's just a love of being in bed. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know what that's like. It was only maybe a year or two ago that my parents thought to tell me I was officially diagnosed with ADHD because in the 90s in the USA, girls couldn't possibly have ADHD, even if all the signs are there. Yeah, see, that was just it. Like, I remember when I was in school, a bunch of boys around me ended up being diagnosed with ADHD. Well, no, they weren't diagnosed with ADHD. They were diagnosed with ADD, because that's what it was called back then, you know? And they all got to take these weird pills that made me think of, you know, the Batman franchise. They were called Ritalin. How does auto carrot just change just to not? Auto carrot. Oh God. Oh, that's beautiful right there. That is beautiful. Oh, that can be executive dysfunction. Not necessarily so. Autocarrot is a bastard. Man, my phone will just completely change entire words and change the context for no goddamned apparent reason. You know? Stop. Oh boy. Okay, well, we're doing this. Maybe this dirt will be enough. Ah! Ah! What a pain in the fucking ass! God damn it. We may need a sponge or two. Hello, do you like Pepsi? Pepsi's nice. Pepsi's nice. I will also drink Coke, though. God damn, man. This is gonna get messy really, really fast, so... 2, 3... These shafts are not worth digging, so they're just gonna get little blocked up passages so that I can retain my counting system. Also, hi, just got here by accident on your stream and saw the trans flag, so I'll stay. Well, hello and welcome. Welcome indeed. I keep symbology around specifically for letting people know that, you know, all is well here. All is well. You should drink Pilk. No, I will not drink Pilk. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I will do no such thing. I saw Cab do that, you know, like last year or something. Ugh. No. I won't drink Pilk, and you can't make me. Oh, sweet. Okay, we're all done. What if we drop 500? No! I said no. You cannot buy your way to giving me a bad stomach. I've already got digestive health issues. Are you a trans person, or is it just what you mentioned earlier? I am not trans. I am at best someone who is an ally to the community. I do cross-dress from time to time. It is mostly for performative purpose, and things on YouTube are a little bit different from things on Twitch. I'm streaming on both right now, but if you hop over. If you were on Twitch, you would be able to gain access to, like, my gallery and whatnot, where I've taken some clothing-reduced pictures, if you will. And most of them are not involving men's attire. So, there you go. Strife is an exotic dancer. Yes, in a capacity, I suppose. Also, greetings, Speedy. I hope that you're doing all right. I wish that I could get a lot of the commands working on YouTube, but unfortunately, I don't think that Nightbot likes being on 2 different channels at the same time. I think Nightbot is like, no. I am 100% one platform at a time for every account that's using me. So it's not like you can tell Nightbot, hey, join my YouTube and my Twitch. It's like, no, no, you get one of those, not both. Oh, would you please? I said, fuck you. You know, it's like, that's the way that the bot reacts. Except, you know, it's a lot more mechanical sounding. That has been my understanding thus far, anyway. So. Oh, interesting. Yes, yes. So. Don't kill Will with pilk or the like. An erotic prancer? God. Oh my word. There are so many different things that I could say, and I am holding back from saying any of it. I am quite happy to build an audience on YouTube, though. There's nothing wrong with diversification. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. I really do have to dig from the opposite end because that's how I know, well, there's nothing wrong with digging the shafts as far as I can until they flood. Speaking of bad things to drink, I am currently making a bottle of Hellfire, vodka, chili, and menthol candy. That sounds horrible. That sounds absolutely gut-destroying. Why would you do that to yourself? Hellfire is definitely an appropriate way to refer to it. I'll watch you while I do housework, entertained by your voice now. Yippee. Yes, so some people like getting me to say saucy things as well, so I've been told several times throughout my life that I have a very seductive voice, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. That being said, this is my side YouTube channel, if you're curious. I do have I have a full-fledged YouTube channel. This is just basically my live stream channel. Still getting it up and running and stuff. You can find me by searching for Will Strife, specifically. At Will Strife on YouTube. Grin. This is starting to look like an OG Wolfenstein cell block. This is just the way that I dig my my mines, man. I thought Fireball was more of a cinnamon thing than menthol. I mean, they do actually sell real, like, there is a brand of, is it whiskey? I don't know what it is. It's called Fireball. And I think you're right. I think it is cinnamon. I know that everyone who I've ever known that drinks Fireball learns before long that you really shouldn't just get drunk on Fireball because the next day you regret it in so many different ways. To say nothing of the hangover. You have a lovely voice and a lovely mind and a lovely body. Never think you don't, Will, dear. You're just being flat. You are a flatterer. Fireball is a cinnamon whiskey. I worked at a liquor store. Well, there you go. There you go. Like, I'm not, like, it's taken me a long time to start to warm up to the concept, to just whiskey in general. Whiskey has not been a thing for me for a very long time. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have now learned that the reason for that is all of the whiskey that I've had is bourbon. Which, you know, it stands to reason. It's a very American thing, and I am an American. But I hate the taste of bourbon. Holy freaking moly, do I ever hate the taste of bourbon. Something about, you know, I think it's made out of corn mash. Yeah, well, what am I saying? I do know that it's made out of corn mash. Evidently something about making your liquor out of corn that makes it disgusting, you know? Like, I've come to realize it's like, oh, no, the Canadians know where it's at. You know, Canadian whiskey's pretty damn good. And rye whiskey's pretty good as well. But, man, that bourbon? Have you ever tried gin? I have had gin. I've had gin. Gin is quite nice. Almost every brand is trying to make cinnamon-flavored whiskey now. Oh, jeez. I mean, my words, Will. Please don't think I'm just blowing smoke. Where are you going to blow that smoke, huh? Personally, I enjoy myself a Tom Collins, you know, which is, you know, gin, tonic, and basically a bit of lemonade. It's not exactly what a Tom Collins is, but you know, still pretty good. Ever had a Greyhound before? It's gin and grapefruit juice. No, I have not, and I don't know that I will because I'm not a big fan of grapefruits. Grapefruits are a very strange, they're a strange fruit, you know? Like, grapefruits are very odd to me, specifically because of how, probably in their name, grapefruit, they're so freaking citrusy and tart. Oh my god. Like, you know how if you eat something that's, like, got a particular amount of bite to it, it makes the sides of your tongue hurt before long? Grapefruit does that with the first bite. So, like, wow. I hate it for that reason. Oh, crap. My inventory's full. Mark that spot. No, I didn't. Oh, God. I've gone quite a ways today. A lot of mining to be done. Full up on stone already. Alright, that's enough. I can run back and grab the stuff that I wasn't able to carry. Alright, got the copper. Alright, and this is the last shaft that I'm going to dig. Or so I thought. Woo! Woo. Okay, well, not messing with that. about the grapefruit technique? Depends on the variety. That's because when you eat a grapefruit, you sprinkle to cover the cut halves with sugar or sugar substitute. Makes the world of difference. I ate straight up and tasted sweet. That is a chasm. You sound like Arthur Morgan when you go fishing in Red Dead. You, sir, are a fish. Oh, yeah. Okay, so... Alright, chat. Before I do anything else, I have got to pee. Drink a bunch of coffee, and all of a sudden, you need to pass it. So just hang out a little bit. I will be right back. Whoop, I've returned. Tasmanian whiskey is superb. Closest thing you can get to Scotch. They have peat bogs, malt. They have peat bogs, malt barley, win international whiskey award and win international whiskey awards. Really? If I ever get the opportunity, I should give it a shot. When is it ever not fun to state the obvious? Depends on how your body handles sour, too. I adore sour. I can eat lemons and other more citrus like they were an orange. It's a thing some people have. Yeah, probably similar to how like cilantro tastes like soap to some people. I'm one of those people. I have to find out if cilantro is on anything. And if it is, I'm just like, oh God, no, keep that away from me. That is evil incarnate. I prefer stating the subtle. It makes me feel superior and occasionally triggers bursts of interesting and original thought from those around me. Well, I mean, if you really like the subtle, you should see what I've got going on in my pants. Because subtle is a very kind way to refer to it. Yes, I did just make a penis joke. Do you have a problem with that? All right, looks like the trees have grown. Cilantro tasting like soap is actually a form of intolerance, not just a dislike. Yes, yes. Like it is a genetic thing. I am fully aware of that. No one is offended by your penis jokes, Will. Well, that's good. If you take my penis jokes away from me, then I don't really have much of a brand to advertise with anymore. Six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's as much as I'm going to be able to get in here. I appreciate the irony of making a penis joke that was more subtle than penis big, I am mighty. No. I always take it in the opposite direction. Like, I've actually got this plan to open up a new restaurant called... Like, it's supposed to be the reverse opposite of a Hooters, and I plan on calling it Peckers. The whole idea is that there's nothing but, like, instead of girls with big boobs, it's just guys with really small dicks, and, like... When should I stop this joke? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess that'll do. This is why you need innuendo as a redeemable. I'll turn you into a redeemable. Just occurred to me that that may have come off a lot more explicit than I intended. I think the parrot is upset that I've removed the trees. I don't have the cilantro gene, but I do have a similar gene, which we tested for in one of my biology classes. I remember doing something like that. Was it like those weird little strips of paper that you put to your tongue and half the class went, ugh, because like it was gag inducing? Yeah, the teacher didn't have that reflex in my class, so she didn't let anybody wash their mouth out. She couldn't wrap her head around what a bunch of the class just experienced. And she called all of us babies. It's not that bad. Really? Do you taste the flavor? No? Let me go wash my fucking mouth out. Okay, going to try to get back to sleep. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day there, Story Girl, if it is at all possible for you to get the good sleep in. Catch you later. Hope to see you again for another stream on Saturday at 12 noon US Central. For those of you who can't stick around forever, I do stream twice a week. 12 noon US Central, 11 a.m. Monday. Monday, 11 a.m. US Central. The teacher didn't have a gag reflex. I don't know what to say. Maybe she had a really, really raucous life in college or something. No, the teacher didn't have the genetic code to like have a flavor reaction. And that was the whole entire purpose of the exercise. It was like, okay, well, some of you are going to taste this and you're going to like just be absolutely disgusted by it. And she knew this going in, but like she couldn't taste the disgusting. To the other half of the class, it was just like, no, it doesn't taste like anything. She was the person who could taste nothing, so she wouldn't let anybody wash their mouth out. It was a joke because you said it was gag-worthy. You're gag-worthy. That could come off as an innuendo or as a really serious insult. Depends on your mental space. It was a joke, but you said it was butt-worthy. God, butt spot coming in clutch again. Chat, what if I told you that I was a little bit cold today? Speaking of penis jokes, have you seen the NSFW channel in the Tuve chat? Oh, God. Alright, I'll go ahead and go check that really fast. What the what am I looking at? Oh my word. Hello, Estimado. How you doing? Greetings and welcome to the stream. That is certainly something. That is certainly something I just saw. My God. Oh boy. I had to see it, so I had to make everyone else see it. That is... Like, I don't even know what to say. I've had lower back pain, and I'm like, well, you know, if it works, it works. You can't complain about results, even if the means by which you get to that result may not be okay with everybody. There's an NSFW channel in Tev's chat. Yeah. On Tev's Discord, there is an NSFW channel. Not for explicit things, mind you. Just more like, oh, that's lewd. So, oh, Ironstorm. Sorry that you seem to be having a bad day. Go ahead, hang out, relax. Maybe you can get a little bit of a forget about you know, the world and your troubles. If I'm gag worthy, does that mean I can gag you anytime I like? Listen, only if you pay the fee, okay? Only if you pay the fee. I ain't no free rodeo, all right. You're gonna have to pony up before you can ride this bull. Oh, God, of course. Hit more water. Should have seen that coming. Pulls out wallet. Moth flies out. No gagging today. God. Immune to getting flavor blasted. Yes. Also, greetings, Twavara. Welcome to the stream. I think I remember seeing you in the past. It's been a while. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Of course you would be. There we go. Not big on Twitch's UI, so I don't watch streams a lot. Well, I got news for you, Twavara. If you're interested in continuing to watch, you can also check me out over on YouTube. I'm live on both at the same time these days. I think it's !archive to get to the channel. No, it's !VOD. Yeah. So that's done. Let's go ahead and dig the other shaft. Let's see if I can dig the other shaft. I don't know if it's going to be possible. Video on demand, VOD. Yes, the purpose is that the videos like the streams are not archived indefinitely on Twitch. They don't do that anymore. They used to do it, but they haven't done it for a long time. So the YouTube channel is there for the purpose of keeping the VODs around for a longer period of time. Who knows, whenever YouTube is finally going to be like, okay, we can't do this anymore. We can't expand indefinitely, you know. So we so I've got the VOD channel is up. A bunch of old VODs are steadily going up as just like normal videos, but most of the VOD channel is just going to turn into a secondary stream channel, where if I'm streaming on Twitch, I'm also streaming over on the YouTube channel. So that being said, I don't make money off of the VOD channel because of the way that it's designed. So I don't have enough subscribers. I think the channel only has like 200 some odd subscribers, if that. It's probably still only 100 something. You have to have at least 1,000 subscribers before you can make money off of before you can monetize a channel. So that certainly happened. Fast, too. Yeah, I don't see the channel. I'll try to remember to ask about it later. Wait, but I literally just put a link in chat there, Luna. How do you not see the link that just went into chat? How do you tell the difference between a chemist and a plumber? Ask them to pronounce... Oh, for... Oh, I'm so sick of that one. I've seen it so many times. No, Will, the NSFW channel in Tev's chat. Oh, I think that's a situation where you have to request the adult role, because if you aren't given access to the adult channel, the NSFW channel by default. You have to have the correct role, which obviously means, you know, it's what can I say? It's 18 plus, even though it's not like meant for anything explicit. Because it's not a Link, it's a Zelda. As a chemistry student, I found that joke very fun. You find that, like, here's the thing. I've heard that joke so many times at this point. I'm just like, oh God, I'm sick of hearing this. And yes, the first time you hear it, it is clever. It is clever, okay? But, man... after you hear it over and over... I wish that worked. I'd build a collection of mods and take over the world of wool-based finances. God. Oh. Oh, we. So I'm in the middle of the spring period where it's like I will wake up and it will be freaking freezing in the house, you know? Super cold because I'm not about to kick on the heat just for the overnight, right? That's just how cheap I am. And I have to like I'm sitting in my office here and it's just like I gotta warm it up in here somehow, man. It's too cold. So I'm dealing with like the heat fluctuations and everything. Like I'll dress for the way that I'll dress for the highs and then I'll have to deal with the lows during the day. Obtain more sweaters. Drink cocoa. Man, I just want to sit over here and like wear almost nothing. Is that so much to ask? Like living a life where like the temperature is such that I can basically sit around in just my underwear? Son of a bitch. Bury yourself in sweater. Can a man not be naked in the comforts of his own home? I mean, I don't have to be naked in the comfort of my own home. Build a steam room. Build a stream room. But I do have a stream room. I'm in it right now. It's called my office. Also, Steam is like super bad for my electronics. Contrary to popular opinion or belief, hoes do in fact also get cold. We can't hoe it up all the time. Sometimes we must sweater. Oh my god, this reminds me of it reminds me of my visit to the grocery store this past weekend, okay? So I'm just going through the grocery store, minding my own business, and I get to the last aisle that I walk through. And I look up, and oh my god, this is just like one of those situations where it's like, whoa. There is a family moving through the aisles as, you know, a unit. And there is a young woman with this family wearing a skirt so obscenely short. And it's like, she's got business wearing a skirt that short because she knows what she's got, okay? How the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, what the? I should have hit the other end of the freaking hall. Skirt was just a belt and a string, and it was really skinny belt. No, like there was some very very particular choice of belt action going on, but it was just an obscenely short skirt. And she also had incredibly thick thighs, okay? So it was just like, okay, yeah, that like I'm not gonna say like, oh, you shouldn't be wearing that or anything like that. I'm not that type of person. That'd be entirely like not appropriate of me or anything. But you can still have moments where you're like, well, that's a sight I didn't expect to see. Okay, so I'm going through the grocery store. I see that, and I'm just like, oh wow, okay, that's a surprise. Didn't expect to see that today. And I turn away, try to be respectful, all that stuff. Um, End up getting stuck behind this family at the one cash register that's operating. Okay, and they're not moving fast. So, to say that that things were hanging around right in my field of view would be putting it as an understatement. Very difficult to look away and not like, you get the point. So anyway, takes forever to get through the checkout. Finally finish. No self-check. It was an Aldi. I was at an Aldi. So no judgment, but also eyes. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Take that for what it is. So anyways, one single checkout that's operating, takes forever to go through it. Finally get through the whole thing, and I get out to my car at the same time as them, okay? And I don't know who all in this group of people were there, whether or not there was another young man in the group, and I don't know if it was like her boyfriend or her brother or something, but when I walk out, I notice that she's standing next to a car, and she does not have like the little jacket that she had on anymore. And instead, whatever she was wearing underneath it is all that you can see. And it's like, oh, wow, that's just basically cotton and some string on your top half. I didn't think it could get any more showy. And I'm in the parking lot. I got to get to my car. I got to put things away. I got to take the cart back. I'm not gonna look. I see things out of the corner of my eye. So I just focus. I just focus on what I'm doing. But I hear this young man who was with the group say something to the effect of, "You are tempting a nip slip right now." I had to hold myself so hard to not burst out laughing. After all of that, to suddenly have that thrown into my ear, oh my God. It was a validating moment where I was like, okay, it's not just me. Oh, jeez. Again, no shame. No shame, no judgment. God, I gotta go back and freaking deposit things already. I've run out of inventory space again. Oh, I love Aldi. They have those dried mango slices that are so good. Really? I don't think I've ever gotten dried mango slices from them. I'll tell you what I do love. Blocks of cheese. I am an absolute glutton for cheese. I love it so much. Yell ha. I mean, like, I will, like, that's one of the things that I will always do whenever I'm at Aldi. It's like, okay, What block of cheese am I gonna buy this week? And I will just like try to cut it off in perfect square strips from the block, and I'll just eat that. That's just my snack, you know. Freaking fantastic. Two, three, four, five. Okay, yeah. Have a good stream, you all. Have to dip now. Hey, have a good rest of your day, Ignis. It was good to have you along for the ride, and hope to see you next time. All right, and that's... Okay, so that appears to be the end of these shafts that I needed to dig. I don't think I'm going to go any further with this mine on this side. I'll probably have to circle back and try the other side. I've already come a long ways in this direction. I'm also, like, it's stopping time for me. And what I think I want to do is I want to drag all of this stuff back to at least mid-crest, you know, the middle of the map. Alright, so we will dump that and that. Haha! Entirely patch up my shit. Woohoo! Hey, Molderlock, how you doing? Greetings, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Alright, go ahead and just pop that in. And we'll make a whole bunch of copper blocks. This isn't like an obscene amount of copper, but it will definitely do the job for me. I came out here for copper, I got the copper, now I'm leaving with it. For the immediate purposes of what I was getting up to, this is good. Let's leave enough of that there. Alright. That's my stopping alarm. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get myself back to the main location. Can I play? No. I am working, but doing good. I've got a little in the way with my man. That is a phrase that I am not entirely certain that I understand all of the words used there. How you doing then? I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Publishing material, you know, letting people throw money at me to see more of my skin. The bigger the shaft, the bigger the... No comment. Potato Man. You're gonna have to eat one of these eventually, Tev. But, yeah, in regards to this story, man. Kind of envious. Kind of envious of that girl wearing the skirt at the store. Like, one, guts. Takes guts to dress like that out in public, okay? And that's pretty much all there is to it. It's just like, yeah, that takes guts. That takes a lot of guts to do what you did there. Okay, so just straight into the nether, I guess. Up. So, where's the OnlyFans? No OnlyFans. Not yet, at least. If you're really interested in what I was referring to, you can type in exclamation pics or exclamation gallery. Keep in mind that while they are not like super NSFW, it's probably best not to look at them while you're at work. So. I'm gonna have to sort through that that throne, the suggestions for the throne, because there are certainly plenty of things that have been pushed onto the wish list recently. I am at home, so I will be fine. Well, make certain to type in gallery then, because there's quite a few pics that you can check out at this point. You can enjoy the variety. And I'm always interested in feedback. All right. I'm going to have to sort out my situation with oh god, there was a word for it. I am going to have to sort out my situation. Yeah, whatever my words were, they're not there anymore. They are just... Sorry, I won't be sending feed pics back. God. You're having fun there, I can tell that much. God, the station's energy has changed so much since I finished it. Oh, hey, you know what? While I wait for this... What have we got here? Okay. Okay, then. I see. I see. Oh my god. I'm very entertained by this. I'm very entertained. I just checked some of the suggestions. I just checked some of the suggestions on that wish list. Of course I go to the bathroom and Harker follows me in. Yeah, that's cat activity. That's what cats are supposed to do, right? They're supposed to follow you into the bathroom. But yeah, I've been diving deep into GTA RP and found myself some great people, so that way so that's why I've been gone for a long time, but I have not forgotten you. Well, hey, that's great. Cattivity. Yes, cattivity. Harker is protecting you while you poop. God. That's cattivity, all right. This is so much copper. Oh my god. All right. Well, my freaking copper situation is more or less fixed for the time being, anyway. Okay. So, I'm just going to go ahead and stop this music now because, guys, it's time for me to close up for the day. But before I fully close out, I do want to bring something up here. And it's specifically pointed at Luna, if you are still present. Luna, if you're here, please stand up. Go ahead and save and close all of that. Whew. Oh, wait. Oh, oh, that's a stretch of the back that I needed. Oh, Greetings. Hello. Hello. Are you there? Poke, 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 poke. Ah, that's a shame. Looks like Luna is gone. Well, I'll have to address that some other time then. So be it. If that's the case, that's the case. Chat, thank you so much for coming along for the ride for me today. It has been lovely to entertain all of you. It has been... I like playing Minecraft. And I'm so happy that I've had the capacity to play Minecraft for other people's entertainment, even whenever it's the mundane things like continuously just digging a mine. So... thank you so very much for coming along for the ride. Thank you so much for keeping company with me and whatnot. Take care of yourselves. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you on Saturday at 12 noon U.S. Central. Until then, I'll catch you later.